Live coverage of the Alabama Bass Trail is presented by AmFirst Credit Union and sponsored by Phoenix Boats, Landers McClarty Chevrolet, McGraw-Webb Chevrolet, Jax, Garmin, Rapala, BMC, Crush City, Pro Guide Batteries, Mountain Dew, American Bait Works, TH Marine, and FishAlabama.org.
Good morning, friends and neighbors, and welcome to stop number 2, the Alabama Bass Trail North Division here on Smith Lake in Jasper, Alabama. We got 225 teams that signed up in less than 30 minutes, sold this division out back last fall, chasing down $15,000 in first place money with some Phoenix Boats money. Attached to that, it could go well over $20,000 and a $64,000 total payout. We are ready to get after it. We know these teams are going to get out there and catch some big spotted bass and largemouth today. We're going to kick things off like we do at each and every Alabama Bass Trail by honoring this great nation with the playing of our national anthem. Just like that, we are underway for stop number 2, the Alabama Bass Trail North, presented by Phoenix Boats. Let's kick things off with boat number 1, Chris Godwin and Brandon Horton. Good luck today, guys. Boat number 2, Tony Keefe, Brian Gregory. Be sure to idle by the pontoon before you get on pad, guys. Boat number 3, David Haraway, John Gavin. In boat 4, we have Chris Blackwood and Larry Melvin. Boat 5, Ryan Adcock, Jonathan Marsh. Got you guys. Boat number 6, Chris Britton, Eric Springer. Got you 6. Boat number 7, Sean Camp, Craig Say. Boat number 8, Craig Grubbs, Matt Ferguson. Boat number 9, Jake Gibson and Michael Gibson. In boat 10, we have the Hines, Vance and Tim. Got you guys. Boat number 11, Jake Kendrick and Chuck Hughes. Got you guys. Boat number 12, Troy Price, Rhonda Price. Got you 12. Boat 13, Packy Lawrence and Jeremy Holden. A team full of trouble right there. Boat number 14, the Paytons, Cody and Randy. Boat number 15, Eric Morris, Randy Talbert. Got you guys. Boat 16, Justin Lane, Luke Mason. Boat number 17, JJ Outwell, Steve Fultz. Got you guys. Boat 18, Lee Brown and LJ Brown. Boat 19, Justin Buckles and Chad Jones. Boat number 20, we got Brent Crow and Jimmy Mason. I may or may not have picked them to win. No pressure on the podcast. Make me look good. Boat number 21, Andy Cobb and Bob Ellis. Boat number 22, Jamie Chapman and Elliot Galt. Boat 23, we have Adam Brown and Greg Diggs. Boat 24, Allen and Gene Branham. 25, we have Ty Cox and Cameron Gaultney. Boat 26, the Hall boys, Chad and Ryan. Got you guys. Boat 27, Danny and Fisher Hurd. Got you, boys. Boat 28, Shannon Briggs, Barry Hubbard. In boat 29, Craig Childers and Nikki Taylor. Boat number 30, Christian Clemens, Michael Larkin. Boat 31, Daryl Gentry, Phil Gillian. Boat 32, Bruce Griffin and Shane Emerson. Boat 33, Trip Nugent, Merrill Deering. Be sure to idle bias before you take off, guys. John Simpson gets really unstable up here sometimes. Sam Moody and Ray Battles Jr. going out in boat number 34. Boat 35, one of our favorites to win today, Wesley Sams and Craig Daniel. Good luck, guys. Boat number 36, we've got Terry Pryor and Terry Mann. Boat 37, Delano Green Jr. Boat 38, Gavin Moy and Luke Gerald. Boat 39, Mark Singleton and Jake Abernathy. Boat 40 and our winners of stop number 1 at Pickwick Lake, Tracy and Dustin Robinson. Boat 41, Landon Rich and Josh Leniger. In 42, we have the renters, Alan and Tristan. Good luck today, guys. Boat 43, the Mayor of Counts, Tennessee, Lance Walker and Cole Walker, co-mayor, Cole Walker. Boat 44, Barry Vest and Dustin McDaniel. Boat 45, Team Phoenix, Brian Travis flying solo today. Boat 46, Brad Ammer, Roger Stegall. Boat number 47, Todd Beatty, Ethan McDonald. Boat 48, Timothy Campbell, Richard Tide. Boat 49, the Craycrafts, Charlie and Chris. Got you guys. Boat number 50, Matthew Fincher and Jacob Kimbrough. Boat 51, Tim Griffith and David Ayers. Boat 52, Philip Harrell, Clint Gilbertson. Boat number 53, winners in the North on Wheeler last year, Alan Hayes and Danny Bishop. Got you guys. Boat number 54, the 2023 North Angler of the Year champs, John Kellett and Zeke Gossett. Good luck today, guys. Boat number 55, Danny Long and Kevin Fallon. Boat 56, we have Richard Mills and John Lerma. Boat 57, Roy Morgan and Larry Freeman. Not to be confused with Morgan Freeman. Boat 58, Lee Pitts and Steve Engel. Boat 59, Nolan Spencer and Jonathan Reese. Boat number 60, Roger Riddle and Norman Ligon. Boat number 61, we have Mr. Terry Tucker and Jeremy Green. Got you guys. Boat 62, we have Dwayne Swindle and Michael Doty. Boat 63, Rusty White Jr. and Gray Bennett. Boat 64, we have the Acres, Caden and Chris. Boat 65, Andy and Mason Chappell. Boat 66, Chris Duckett and Donovan Williams. Boat 67, the Harbisons, Charlie and Nathan. Boat 68, Riley Johnson, Ryan Haney. Boat 69, Brent and Davis Lawley. Boat number 70, Waylon Mullis and Jeff Fansler. Boat number 71, winners last year on Neely Henry in the north, Benji and Jonathan Seaborn. Boat number 72, we've got Dylan and Greg Tucker. Good luck today, guys. Be safe out there. Boat 73, we have Mike Young and Mel Kennedy. Boat 74, John Watwood and Shane Barrett. Boat number 75, Betty Stahl, Lisa Sands. Got you guys. Boat number 76, Billy Adcock, Darian Kyle. Not to be confused with Darian Craig. Nobody wants to be that. Boat number 77, Drew Cagle, Mark Trupiano. Nailed it. Boat number 78, Joshua Clark, Jonathan Skinner. Boat number 79, Laney Guthrie and Chuck Hinton. Got you guys. Good luck today. Boat 80, Greg Jones and Jeremiah Sparks. In boat 81, we have the Kaisers, Jackson and Jack. Boat 82, we have the Parsons, Johnny and Remington. Good luck today, guys. Boat 83, we have Bo England. Boat 84, Keith Van and Jeremy Jones. Be sure to idle bias, guys, before you get on pad. Boat number 85, Lucas Wright and Donald Wright. Got you guys. Good luck today. Boat 86, Jimbo Barnett and Scott Russell. Got you, boys. Good luck today. Boat 87, Paul Ernest and Chris Swindle. Boat 88, Ron Cameron and Stephen Wood. Boat 89, we have Christopher Gore and Austin Ty Hammonds. Got you guys. In boat 90, boat number 90, we have Steve J. Hughes and Jordan Wiggins. Good luck today. Good luck today. Boat number 91. Boat number 92, Tony Penley and Jerry Allen. 93, we have Jeremy Sanders and Kelly Treese. 94, Tim and Tyler Thornberry. Boat number 95, Kelly White and Zachary Defoe. Boat 96, Brandon Bolton and Kenny Underwood. Boat 97, Joshua Campbell, Taylor Galton. Number 98, Derek Coughlin, Jeffrey Cavillion. Boat 99, Jerry Hartline, Robin Vaughn. Boat 100, Drew Hicks, Wesley Webster. Boat 101, Joel Tally Mayfield. Got you guys. Good luck today. Boat 102, Bob Power, Ryan Trammell. Boat 103, Jacob Schmerzer, Caleb Fisk. Boat 104, Gary Thacker and Keith Marsh. 105, Bud Wilson, James Robinson Jr. Boat 106, Adam Bain and Chris Colley. 107, William Carter and Chuck Medley. Boat 108, those Douse boys, Trey and Justin. Boat 109, Weston Hardiman, Andrew Bradford. Boat 110, Preston Henson and Adam Lynn. 111, Alan McCoy and Daniel Kent. Boat 112, Tommy Petrosky, Barry Holbert. Boat 113, Alex Ross and Randy Ross. Boat 114, Shannon Thomas and Shane Kent. Boat 115, the Woolies, Michael and Joel Woolley. Boat 116, Brandon and Clint Blackwood. Boat 117, Brian Johnson and Brandon Gross. Boat 118, Bill Darby and John Greenwood. Boat 119, Don Privet, Bruce Summers. Boat 120, Stephen West, Wendell Edgell. Boat 121, Rudy Worley and Will Duncan, half of that second place team at Pickwick. Boat 122, the Blakes, Colton and Greg Blake. Boat 123, Sam Long, Jason Atkins. In 124, we have Dalton Spears and Charles Spears. 125, Jamie Starnes and Ricky Fowler. 126, Chad and Hunter Wilson. Got you guys. 127, Alan Barrett, Tyler Caldwell. 128, the Dukes, Philip and Bailey Dukes. Boat 129, Lawrence Judd and Reed Connor. Boat 130, David Kyle and Scott Callahan. Boat 131, Bobby Sharper, Jeff Rizzo. 132, Ben Yarborough and Jody Schmersher. 133, Jake Bice and Briar Chambers. 134, we have Robert Erat and Mike Russell. Boat 135, Scotty Cox and Trey Sorrells. 136, Harry Payton and Harry Payton II. Boat 137, Jason Wisenant, Tim Baker. 138, Dean Nelson and Dwayne Nelson. 139, Sean Hornbuckle and Barry Morris. Boat 140, Stephen McAfoy and Josh Butts. The one and only Josh Butts, ladies and gentlemen. You better catch him today, Josh Butts. 141, Corey Alexander and Bobby Irvin. Boat 142, Casey Walker and Zach Lemon. Boat 143, four-time winners with the Alabama Bass Trail, Mitch Mitchell and Candler McCollum. Boat 144, Eric White and Adam Fleeman. Got you, boys. Boat 145, Aaron Bishop and Brian Waldrop. Boat 146, Brian Dowdy and Kyle Llewellyn. Boat 147, John Burt, Darrell Lester. 148, Jason Metz, Larry Worrell. Boat 149, Philip Sprayberry and Gary Holmes. Got you, boys. Boat 150, the Norman Scott and Todd Norman. Full send over there. Do not full send it. Idle past the takeoff boat. Boat 151, Zachary Taylor and Josh Austin. Got distracted by that. Boat 152, Chris Webb and Ricky Campbell. Boat 153, the Anais, Fisher and Ryan and I. Boat 154, Justin Durden and Matt Thomas. Boat 155, Michael Briggs and Cody Kodra. 156, Jeff Cannon and Marty Colley. Boat 157, champs last week, three-time winners. And one on Lake Martin in the south, trying to go back-to-back, Mark McKegg and Tim Hurst. Boat 158, Ben Lakey and Jordan McGehee. And 159, we have the Seabolts, Jeff and David. Got you guys. Boat 160, Adam Reed and Corey Jones. Boat 161, Taylor Thompson, Garrett Sanders. Boat 162, Harold Wells and Harold Wells III. 163, Josh Benford and Jerry McCafferty. 164, Jackie and Donald Jones. Gotcha. Good luck today. 165, Jeff Edmondson and Chris Yoakum. 166, Justin Bussey and Ben Webb. 167, Scott Lentz and Drew Thornton. 168, Jason Holloway, Jeremy Barnett. 169, we have Robert Wright and Chris Hawkins. 170, Greg Tomlin and Jeremy Tomlin. 171, we have Cole Wade and Donnie Wade. 172, Kevin Whaley and Kyler Whaley. 173, Clifton Bates and Daniel Heidegger. 174, Roman Calvert and Shannon Calvert. 175, Paul Bork, Josh Stevens. 176, Mark Condren and Ted Paisley. 177, Lisa Johnson and Mike Johnson. Got you guys. Kent Keys, David Campbell. Going out in 178. 179, Will Graham and Andrew Fikes. 180, Colby Harrison and David Self. 181, Shane Mears and James Mears. 182, Mike Hood and Rocco Samari. 183, Wesley Anderson and Cody Harrison. 184, Brett Harrell and Tyler Smart. 185, Mark Campbell and Taylor Campbell. 186, Delton Gregory and Dexton Gregory. Got you guys. Good luck today. Be safe out there. 187, Mike Fitzpatrick and Gary Fitzpatrick. 188, William Lynn and Donna Lynn. Got you guys. Be safe out there today. 189, Brian Huffstutler, Stephen Morrow. Boat 190, Parker Hamill and Jeff Hamill. Got you guys. 191, Jason Foster and James Foster. 192, James DeMoss and Eric Fuller. The Green Machine. They're going to go 100 miles an hour all day long. 193, Thad Bayard and Kelly Paul. 194, Matt Van Meter and Mo Moyer. Boat 195, Chuck Stevens and Dale Stevens. Boat 196 coming off of top 5 at Pickwick and trying to do some damage here like they always do. Damian Willis and Tyler Kiker. 197, Jimmy Wilson and Brian Holcomb. 198, Donnie Story, Denver Satterley. 199, we have Jonathan Vincent and Wyatt Brown. Boat 200, Caden Sinclair and Hunter Gibson. 201, Taryn Prince and Ivan Limley. 202, we have Lamar Patterson and Chris Harcrow. Boat 203, Bill Mayo and Walt Roberts. Do you have your key fob? I feel like I have to say that. Walt Roberts is my buddy. You better. You better. He blamed you yesterday, Bill, I'm just saying. 204 have Donnie Beck and Tony Harvey. Can't help myself sometimes. 205, Walker Brown and Sloan Pennington. 206, Chris and Hunter Browse. 207, Mark Cook and Grayson Cook. 208, Ash Goja, Danny Pettis. 209, Will Harding and Mike Dutton. Got you guys. Good luck today. 210, Bradley Jones and Brooks Goza. 211, Keith Hester, Scotty Butler. 212, Dennis Miller and Anthony Gay. 213, Sean Lawley and Davey Lawley. 214, Philip Nunley and Robin Erb. Got you guys. 215, Britt Perry, Chris Hargrove. 216, Jamie Smith and Michael Raines. 217, Garrett Riles and Gary Riles. 218, Billy Terrell, Justin Anglin. 219, winners on Pickwick last year, Lance Whitaker, Jeremy Briscoe. Won the May event in the north. 220, Tom Taylor and Russ Reynolds. 221, Danny Shell and Anthony Land. 222, Ashley Peebles, Anthony Wiley. 223, James Myers and Mark Waits. 224, Zach Marcus, John David Bedford. And last but not least, 225, Luke Collin, Arch Cornett. Everybody be safe out there today. Good luck. We'll see you at 3 o'clock, and I think we're going to get this live kicked off, presented by AmFirst with the one and only Darian Craig out on the water.
Luke Duncan, I appreciate you throwing it over to me. Luke, I've got something special for you. I can't wait to talk about this later on, but we were able to start with the legendary team of Craig Daniels and Wesley Sams this morning. The water is beautiful out here. Before we talk about what's going on in the lake, the water is beautiful, very clear. Obviously in the morning on Smith, you got a lot of boat traffic or blast off stuff, so the banks are getting a little bit muddy. But these guys started back in the very back of a pocket, and the legend himself, Craig Daniels, started on a bed fish, and he's bed fishing, Luke. You'd be proud to hear that, I know. But we've got Craig in the very back bed fishing, and I actually couldn't see. I was fumbling around on my phone, but this is one fish that they caught earlier, and so Wesley is in the back of the boat catching this one, and this is actually the first fish they landed earlier this morning, and we were pretty good ways out on this fish, and as we got in closer a little bit later, I'm not sure if we've got the second catch on camera. I believe we do. So here's the second catch, and Wesley catches this one, and it is a big one. I don't know how big both those are, but we are 50 to, I'd say we're probably 50 or 60 yards away, and you can tell that they're big from here. And normally that means they're at least 3 pounds normally, because like it's a good ways away. But I wouldn't be surprised if both those were over 3 pounders. The second one to me looked like a big fish. So very exciting. They are bed fishing, or Craig in the front of the boat is bed fishing. Wesley is just kind of casting out in the middle of this drain, and so I'm definitely going to give them plenty of space this morning. You don't want to mess up any of the fish they've got, and since they are bed fishing, I don't know if they've got more fish down the banks of this creek or this pocket that we're in, so you just don't want to mess anything up. But Craig Daniels is very notoriously known for many, many years, many decades, as being one of, if not the best sight fisherman ever, especially on this lake. I know a lot of people who have a lot of stories about this guy bed fishing, and to have him on live this morning starting the Alabama Bass Trail on Smith Lake is gonna be a good thing for TV. And for the folks at home, I haven't even got the text for Miss K yet at all. But I know that there's a lot of people going to be watching on live today, Facebook, YouTube, all of the places that we're streaming at. And this is going to be a fish catching tournament. So this is one, out of all the ones that we've done so far, the weather's setting up right, the water's right. We did have a bunch of rain this week, but it's where I'm at, headed towards the Coleman side. It's not muddy. It's still very clear. Craig just broke off there. Let's see if we've got water temperature so I can give everyone an update. I've got 62-degree water temperature. I got a story. One time me and Houston were fishing, back when we fished the Alabama Bass Trail. There's a story going around, and I never confirmed it with the man, but I believe that Craig worked for Coke possibly at the time, and he was doing a delivery at one of the restaurants on this lake, and it was during the week, during a practice day, and the story that I was told is that he was delivering Cokes, and he looks down at the bank and sees a bed from up at the restaurant, and it was during a practice day that he wasn't able to fish. Walks down to the bank, sees a 5-pounder, starts on that fish, and caught it in the tournament on Saturday. This guy just got eyes for him. He knows to look for them. He knows where they go, and I believe we're going to be in for a treat today. I don't know how big this one is, but if he's starting on it, you would imagine he went to a big one first. And the two fish they caught, in my opinion, I wouldn't say they're, I'm not gonna say they're luck fish, but it's certainly not their main objective to catch those fish that they've already caught. This bedfish is their main objective. So to have those two, I would say bonus fish, not luck fish, to have those two bonus fish out of the gate that they've got out of the back of the boat while Craig's sight fishing is a really, really, really big deal. It's 7:23 right now. They probably caught those fish at the first one at 7:06 maybe, and the next one at 7:12. So they just started so fast, and that's certainly going to be, it's a motivation thing and a momentum thing. I mean, to get going that quick and be able to settle down, get the blast off jitters out of you, and just slow down and fish for bedfish. So I'm gonna stop talking for a while. I know we've got Miss Kay in the studio. We've got Matt Lee with us today. I don't want to spoil the whole surprise, but I just did. We've got Luke Duncan back, and I'm gonna quit talking. I don't know if Miss Kay needs to jump in, but I want to watch bed fishing, and I know y'all want to watch bed fishing, whoever's on Facebook. So if y'all are, again, if you're watching on Facebook or you're watching on YouTube, we appreciate you spending your morning with us. It's going to be a really good tournament. I talked to a lot of people this morning. Every single one of them said they're biting. They weren't lying. They're like, man, it's going to be a good day. So I'm gonna sit back and watch these guys fish. Miss Kay, you're in the studio. What you got going on for me?
Smith Lake is one of our favorite lakes. You're going to see you're going to see a lot of limits come across the stage today because this lake is chock full of bass. I don't know if we'll see the 218 limits that we saw at Lake Martin last week, but I think you're really going to see some good limits here today. we're starting on a team, Darian, that is known for winning tournaments on this lake. Craig Daniels won the first ABT championship here, took home a Phoenix boat. Wesley Sams, has partnered with John Welborn before. He's been with Jordan Wiggins. They are known to do well on this body of water. So I would say this is probably a super team that you followed this morning.
Yeah, for sure. And honestly, it's one of those that when I read it, I didn't realize they were fishing together, and I was like, sheesh. You don't want to count anybody out when we're supposed to be favoring everyone, all 225 teams, as tournament coverage and as employees of the Alabama Bass Trail. But when you see a team like this, it's like, it's like LeBron and Dwayne Wade go into the heat together. It's just something good is going to come out of this team.
Well, the good thing about this team is, we got 3 to 5 inches of rain yesterday. These guys know how this lake reacts to those kind of conditions. We're going to be in the mid-60s today. It did not get very cool overnight. I think the fish are doing exactly what we expected them to do with that 62, 64 degree temperature. I think the fish are moving up, and it's obvious that that's what these guys are targeting. I'm looking on the trackers, Darian. Looks like you've got a lot of teams in your immediate area. You and Matt look like y'all have a lot of teams to cover up there. It's going to be interesting to see if forward-facing sonar is going to play today, or if you're going to see a lot of people going to the bank.
Well, I don't know that I have the answer to that question, but I did ask that question this morning with Candler McCollum, and him and Mitch all have done really well on Smith before as well. And he said that there's definitely going to be a lot of both. He said that there's a lot of fish on the bank and there's a lot of fish scoping. And he said now this lake has obviously just turned into a scoping lake. You can catch them here live scoping. He said any time of year, any time of day, you're going to catch them live scoping now. But there's a lot of fish on the bank, and that's what we're seeing these OGs doing right now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there's a selfish part of me that's really glad we started on this team. I'm glad that I get to see this clinic of sight fishing today from Craig Daniels firsthand.
Yeah, that's certainly a good team. For those of you watching, we did receive quite a bit of rain. Actually, thunderstorms rolled through the area on Friday. Most of the day cleared out around 1 o'clock, but a substantial amount of rain. The last time we saw rain like that here, it flooded us out of this park. So not expecting that today. Looking at the Alabama Power app, Darian, they're really not generating any water, and the lake is still down 3.5 feet. So it's going to make this tournament very, very exciting, I think. I think it's going to be a catch fest today, no doubt.
I would bet on that if I was a betting man. And it's not just kind of going back onto the weather and the water. I'm excited to hear what Luke and Matt have to say. I know Matt's pretty close to me right now. I've seen him a couple times this morning, but the water on the lake is not muddy. It looks, sometimes when Smith rains, the whole lake turns to chocolate milk. That's definitely not the case this week, or today at least. And a lot of times that does mess up how you can fish, different baits you can throw, but it looks really good where we're at and all the water we've seen so far.
We're going to go back and look at the replay. For those of you who may have tuned in, we've got Wesley Sams from the back of the boat. I think this is their second catch of the day, maybe their first catch of the day. As you can see, current temperature 56 degrees, 60-degree water temp. The area therein a little bit warmer. Wesley taking in that fish. That's Craig Daniel on the front of the boat. Wesley fishing out of the back. I'm like Darian. I mean, that's a good fish from 50 yards away. That's got to be a good 3-pounder, 3 1/4 anyway. Second catch there, Wesley again. I can't tell. It looks more like a spinning rod. So he's certainly not bed fishing. Matt isn't out of the back of the boat. Craig there to assist with the net. One of the things that I was asked earlier on YouTube was how we are with forward-facing sonar. That's been a big debate throughout the industry. Forward-facing sonar and the Alabama Bass Trail, these guys are fishing for the same prize money. And a lot of the teams we're going to pull up on today, you're going to see both of them fishing from the front of the deck. So it hasn't really become an issue in team-style tournaments. I do see on the Pro Co side where it's becoming an issue, but for us, as you see right now, they're both on the front of the deck, and they're going to fish that way. The majority of the teams that we will cover today, you're going to see both of them fishing from the front of the deck. So I don't know that this tournament will be ruled by forward-facing sonar, but I do think you're going to see some people do that later on in the day if we can get some sunshine. So.
Addressing that question, Kay, I actually asked that question last week. I don't remember the guys' names that finished second last week at Lake Martin, but they finished third the first tournament at Jordan. They finished second last week, and they are live scope forward-facing sonar guys. They really understand it. And I asked them that question because they've done, wow, I don't know what words I just used there. They've done really well the first two tournaments live scoping, and I asked them, when you're fishing a team tournament, most of the time one person is looking at live scope and the other one really can't make the same cast because it's kind of a one cast thing. He said yes, usually, but the way that they're also fishing is, you know, if the fish are suspending in 5 foot of water or 10 foot of water, but say, you know, you're sitting in 40 foot, but the fish are suspending in specific areas of the water column. He said that the guy in the back, the second person, is actually just blind casting, but fishing in that same depth of water. So even though he's not necessarily watching the screen with his bait, he's watching the screen with his partner's bait, trying to mimic where he's at, and just keeping his bait in the same area. And he said that they were catching a lot of fish that way. And he's like, I'm not getting to see, you know, I'm not getting to watch the screen. My bait isn't on the camera. He said my bait is not on the camera, on the graph, but I'm still fishing that way. And he said that he caught almost as many fish as his partner did, who was watching the graph. And I think that's, you know, it sounds kind of crazy, but it's like you're just fishing at that point. You're just trying to mimic that style. Wesley Sam's hooked up again in the back with a small one.
Right.
But no, that is a really interesting thing, and that's a question I've had this entire time, is how is it going to perform in team tournaments? But they said they're just fishing the same way, but the guy in the back isn't usually looking at the screen.
All right, before we get Matt in, before we bring him in and do a two-box with you two, I think it's important to remind everybody Smith Lake is a slot limit lake. So anything between the 13 and 15-inch range, these guys cannot keep in their boats. So you may see guys going to the board to measure their fish today. Is to make sure that they are outside that slot limit, the 13 to 15-inch limit. So once we get confirmation from Matt's camera guy that he is ready to go, we'll go ahead and bring him in with Darian so that you can see another team that he's covering.
Well, Matt Lee has joined us for our live coverage, taking Jason's place today. Matt, welcome to the party. Hopefully you got set up and ready to roll.
Completely honest with y'all this morning, I got on the water and I heard that national anthem, and the blood got flowing, and Russell and I just headed up Ryan Creek, and no idea where we was going. We were passing folks. It was like we were in the championship, final morning. I mean, we got lost in it for a minute, I'll admit that. But we're up here now, and we're covering a couple guys, Coleman brothers, that have taken a lot of money from me out here. We're up the Ryan Creek side, and for those of you that don't know, I don't know, I kind of lost in the wind and chaos this morning. I don't know, cut me off if I'm already talking about something we covered. But the rock, Ryan Creek, you're looking at shallow, dirty water, kind of playing versus the people that are fishing the cleaner water. And we're moving up the Ryan Creek side in some dirtier water. We've had a decent bit of rain the last, for a while, but really the last 2 days. I think the lake came up like a quarter of a foot yesterday, probably another quarter and a half of a foot last night. And no real surprise. No real surprise to me.
Is it really?
Try to stay focused.
All right, well, you just saw the two guys that took out of here. He said there's one back there that's about that big, and I hope they come back and catch it today. I promise we will do our best to cover it. I'm gonna go chase them down. So y'all hang on, we're gonna go to a commercial. We'll be right back. They're moving really fast, so I gotta get to them.
The Alabama Bass Trail is brought to you by Phoenix Boats, Landers McClarty Chevrolet, McGraw-Webb Chevrolet, and by Academy Sports and Outdoors.
At Phoenix Boats, our passion for fishing is obvious. Whether it's a pro event or fishing with our family and friends,
we truly love the sport of fishing.
That's why our goal is to make every single Phoenix boat that goes out the door the best fishing platform it can be in both design and construction.
We love to fish as much as anyone, and we believe it shows in every boat we build.
Phoenix Boats, built by anglers for anglers.
Here at Landers McClarty Chevrolet, it's time to pick your offer on a new Chevy Silverado 1500. That's right, pick the offer that's best for you. Choose rates as low as 2.9% for 72 months, or how about up to $12,000 off all Silverados? They have the best selection in years with over 500 pre-owned vehicles available. Big store, big on savings, and big on customer service. Visit LandersMcClartyChevrolet.com.
Welcome to Minnow King. How can I help you?
Everything looks good. I'm friggin' starving, man. Been spawning all morning.
Ugh, TMI, bro. What do you want?
I'll take a Crush City freeloader and gizzard shad.
Anything to drink.
Water.
Pull ahead, please. Welcome to Minnow King.
We're gonna have what he's having. Yeah, throw me in a Ned BLT, too.
Pull ahead, please.
Calm down. Quit feeding him so much.
Hey, man, I'm trying to, man.
If you overfeed him, he's gonna hide under a log.
The perfect checking account doesn't exist. Not at a bank, that is. So why do you keep looking there? At AmFirst, you can get no minimum balance or monthly fees, an instant issue debit card, and free checks with unlimited check writing. But who doesn't want more? Like a rewards program you'll actually use, and convenient digital tools that make it easy to manage your account from anywhere. Now you could try and find that at a bank, or you could save yourself the trouble by checking with us.
Stetson Blaylock, Todd Auten, Hank Terry, let's go!
Garmin Live Scope, I tell you right now, if you don't have it, you are behind. It's just wild. It's like a video game.
If you do not have that Garmin Live Scope, you are definitely missing out.
Bassmaster Classic Champion!
I grew up in the South. I love it here, like I love the homemade taste of Jack's. Right now, get our Bacon Ranch Big Jack. All beef patties, crispy bacon, and yeah, homemade ranch, Southern style. Ain't no other way. We're good, hard-working people serving great food.
Big game today.
Big game today.
Good luck. Come on in for our Bacon Ranch Big Jack or get our classic with crinkle cut fries starting at $5.49. Stop by and say hey.
Hey.
I'm Donna Davis, and I am all about the South.
Welcome back to the second stop of the Alabama Bass Trail North Division here at Smith Lake, out of the Smith Lake Dam Park here at Jasper, Alabama. I want to give a huge shout out to the Chamber of Commerce of Walker County, Linda Lewis and her group of volunteers. If you could see this parking lot, they are parked so perfectly in and out of the water and plenty of time for blast off this morning. Just a beautiful sight if you are an event holder looking back over the blast off this morning. What a beautiful sight. As you can see, the water is still down about, it is normally full pool is 510. It is at 506.2. So still down just a little bit even after the rain that we received yesterday, but as you can see, the water is still clear. There's no definite mud lines, which you get sometimes when you get a lot of rain like we did yesterday, but Temperature has, dropped just a little bit from what we had during practice, but as you can see there, I mean, you just don't get a better parking job, in and out, blast off, take off, boat check than this right here. It's absolutely phenomenal. Huge shout out to the volunteers and the Chamber of Commerce of Walker County. Just awesome. That's what you like to see when you're an event holder, coming in and setting up and having an event in a different location. I mean, that's what you're looking for right there. So good job to the Alabama Bass Trail team and to the team of volunteers that were working out there today. Back inside the Alabama Bass Trail live studio, I'm Kay Donaldson, the director of the Alabama Bass Trail, and I'll be in the studio this morning. I want to welcome you in. Thank you for tuning in to the Alabama Bass Trail Live presented by AmFirst. We do have a special guest out on the water today. It's BPT Pro Matt Lee. He's going to be covering some teams for us today. We do have Darian Craig as well that is going to be on the water, and Mr. Luke Duncan, now that he is off the blast-off boat, he is going to be headed in a different direction than these guys are going to be headed. But I do want to talk a little bit about this area. Of course, our weather this week has been quite warm. We've had some warm nights, so it is that transition. Fish are starting to move up shallow. High today is in the mid-60s. We had a low last night of just the high 50s, so that's exactly what you're looking for when you're starting to look for those bedding fish, and that's what our first team, Wesley Sams and Craig Daniels, was doing. 225 teams sold us out in under 30 minutes. We have teams from 11 different states fishing with us today. Teams that you're going to watch, we've already seen 2 of them, Wesley Sams, Craig Daniels, Jeremy and Greg Tomlin. They live here. They know this body of water. It's going to be really exciting to watch them today. Stephen McAvoy, Josh Butts, they have 2 wins on the Alabama Bass Trail. They spend a lot of time at this body of water as well. Another team, Damian Willis, Tyler Kiker, they went out boat 196 today. They've got all day to fish. They won this tournament on one of the days that I think we had the worst conditions ever, snowing, dropped from 68 degrees on Friday down to 31 degrees on Saturday, snowing. We had 2.5 inches, 2.5 inches of snow overnight, and they came back and won that tournament with over 15 pounds. So we're going to go ahead and get back out to Darian. I know he chased down Wesley Sams and Craig Daniels, and looks like they have boated their 3rd fish. So Darian, tell us all about it.
They are, look, these guys are down. This one who's put on the board now to see if it's a slot fish, I believe it is an over, and it's a fatty, what I would call a fatty. It's not a biggie, but it's a fatty. I bet that one, I'm going to guess, was 2 pounds.